expedition. Let's do it. It's pretty fun. So far. The world map is the one thing that I have been a little critical of. I think they could make this map look better. But the map is not the most important thing. So last time I played, I did Synthienne. I didn't really enjoy their cards very much. So I'm going to try the House of BlightFell. Alright, let's get started. Whoops, I gotta send one invite to my mate quickly, who wants to join. And then I will be sorted. Alright, cool. Right, the connection is unstable. It shouldn't be. Should be good. Alright, let's do this. Let's play this first match. I'll come back down to the Discord. Good stuff. Alright, so on turn 1, they're both defending, so you can be pretty safe in the knowledge that you can get away with just attacking. But I'll throw up one defense, as that's what I have the energy for anyway. Alright, on this turn, he's going to attack, so we'll kill him with the counter move, and then we'll throw up a defense. End turn. Round 1's easy. You're never gonna lose on round 1. That's not the problem. The problem is the stuff that comes later. I'll just type the Discord in the chat on Restream. Anybody watching on Twitch, Facebook or YouTube, come over to the Discord of Knights of the Aether. That's where the stream is today. Alright, so he's going to defend next turn, so I can be pretty safe in just doing as much attack damage and end in turn. And I'm easily going to kill him this turn. He hasn't got enough defense. Oh. Alright, I'll use a different attack. Oh. It disconnected. Let's see if it comes back. There we go. We're fine. Alright. The connection really shouldn't be unstable. I'm checking my OBS and it's fine on my end. Ah, that's some bad timing. I played it all day and it was fine. Oh well, it will come back. Let's see if I can skip the reward and if that helps. It's gonna make me lose though. Oh, alright. We'll try this again. I got to disconnect. Disconnect. And then connect again. Sign. And then it brings back the play button. Alright, let's see if it works this time. I don't know why it broke last time. My internet's fine. The stream seems fine. I'll go with the same house. House of BlightFell. Oh. I can't click it. Let's see if I can do it this way. Alright. Disconnect. Connect. Sign. Resume. I didn't mean to click that, but it should work. Okay. We'll be fine. Let's get this going. Alright, it's in very early access, guys, so like any small errors and stuff like that, they'll be able to iron that stuff out very easily. The main thing is, what card am I going to choose? Deal 5 damage, apply 2 burn. Burn is really good. Deal 6 damage to all enemies. That's good early on, but it's not so useful later. I might go for the burn. I'll just keep burning stuff. It's a good approach. Hey, welcome back, Lynn. We got it working again. Deal 5 damage. I attacked the wrong one here, and you can probably see why, but it's fine. They haven't got enough damage to hurt me this early on, so you can kind of play it loose early and make some mistakes, but ideally you want to attack the one with the damage icon above its head and not the one with the shield. Alright, let's take out this guy here. And we don't need to worry about the other guy because he's going to shield up next turn. Which means this turn he's going to attack. I'll use the counter so I have a bit of shield. I don't want to take too much damage. But mostly I'm just going to attack and hopefully he dies. Good. Move on to the next stage. And the early stages really are very easy. But the whole game and the whole real deck building is the concept here. Like, you really want to think carefully about the combos and synergies that you picked from the last card. So, at the end of this turn, double your defense. That's pretty good. Especially for 0 cost. I really like 0 cost utility cards. But I'm gonna take quick to adapt because it gives me extra defense for every enemy. And that becomes really useful later on. So the world map also has a bit of strategy to it. You obviously want to try and aim for places that have like special encounters, treasure, or a spirit well. We only really have one choice open to us because of the way and the place that we started at. So we'll continue on. Alright, so this is where you're going to see how useful the burn that we got earlier is. However, he's going to do 11 damage to us this turn. So what we very much want to do is check our potions. We don't really need an extra 2 energy, not this turn. So we'll use as much of the defensive stuff as possible. And that way we'll only lose a very small amount of health. Alright, so back to our turn. We have 3 energy. We kind of don't need to worry about the next attack that's coming, because the enemy is scheming to do a debuff, not an attack. So I would have liked to have more offensive moves, but I'm going to teach you what Resolve does right now. So when you play Brace, you get 8 shield, but you also get 1 Resolve. And that makes all your attacks on the next turn do a lot more damage. Well, 1 more damage, but if you keep stacking up Resolve, it's very useful. So we'll play Quick to Adapt just to have the extra shield. We didn't really need to. And that attack there that's happening automatically is from the burn damage. That slowly increases. And we should have enough right now to kill him, which is good, because he would have done 11 damage to us next turn. And yeah, done with that round, and we move on to the next one. You want to always remember to grab the card as well. Don't skip down here. Some people do. So, this is my favourite card in the game so far. Gain 2 energy. It's so amazingly overpowered, and there's a way to make it even stronger. So we're definitely going to grab the add 2 energy card. It's very, very strong. We still only have this one path open to us. In fact, that's something I'm going to speak to them about. Because the world map, you really only want to start in the middle. Because then you get more choices. When you start on the left or you start on the right, you get occasional choices to cut in, but not as many. And we've been stuck on this one path. So that's interesting. First move, gain 2 energy. Always very handy. Want to grab that. Now you can see here that this guy has the 5 above his head. That means he's going to attack. And he's going to attack. So we're trying to block for 9 damage. We don't really need any extra energy, but we are going to have to use Resolve, Defend, and just 1 attack. And that way we don't lose very much. Good. 5 attack coming from there, and 4 attack, another 9. I'm going to try and get the middle one killed, because we've already attacked it. It's probably not the optimal way of doing this, but because we have gain 4 defense from counter, and then we have an extra 8 from quick adapt, we're going to block all of their damage. Yeah, easy stuff. It gets harder though, as you can imagine. So on the next turn we only really need to block for 4 damage, so we'll just use 1 of those. And we'll try very hard. Ah, connection broke again. That's a shame. Hopefully I'll be able to log out, log in and fix it again. But yeah, as it's early access, we have to give them some benefit of the doubt for these things. It's been fine when I was testing it all day. Just when it's time to stream it, it becomes a little unstable. But yeah, there we go. We're going to block the 4 damage nice and easily. And we're set up to fight just the one last remaining character. Definitely want to apply the burn so that we kill it quicker. We're not going to take any damage next turn, so we'll use an attack. And we don't even really need to defend, because there is no attack coming, so we don't waste the card. Alright, and now he's basically dead. I mean, I can kill him off this turn. Welcome to the stream, Hans. You could, if you talk in here, you're going to be heard on the Twitch and the Guilds Arena, so just know that. Alright, cool. We got a damage potion that deals 10 damage to an enemy. I'm going to have to mute you, Hans. Sorry, man. That's just way too annoying. Cool. Now, we don't need another 2 energy. It's not something we actually desperately require. But it's quite good to stack the deck with that card. And so I'm going to do it. I'm going to take it. It never usually hurts to have extra energy, basically, is the thinking. Right, now we have an actual tactical decision on our hands. Do we want to end up at the Spirit Well on the top or the Spirit Well on the bottom? And I think from the rest of the path we want to go at the top because of the treasure and the merchant over there. But then there's also treasure here that we can't get to. So yeah, we'll take the top path still. Uh-oh. This is a creature I have some trouble with. I have lost to this guy before. At a later stage, but he's pretty tough, as you can see from his health. So we'll start off with first move. We want the extra energy. They're not going to attack this turn, so we're going to try and take one of them out. And we're going to waste, well, not really waste, but use a potion to do it. It's always nice to get off to a quick start. And next turn, we've got a block for 15 damage. So we definitely want to use first move to get extra energy, brace to get extra defense, and then we're looking for a counter move. Yeah, that's going to give us extra. And we'll also use torch on the smaller creature. We're not going to take very much damage here. That's good. We're going to take a little bit, but that's acceptable in these circumstances. Now we don't really need to attack the back character again because they've got burn on them. We do need to defend this turn because we have this big guy doing 5 times 2 but with extra resolve. So I might even gain an extra 2 energy here and use all 3 of my attacks. Alright. He's going to hurt us a little bit, but that's fine. Ah, their shield protected them from burn. So I will use an attack to get rid of them. But then I'm going to start stacking burn onto the big guy. And we don't need to defend because he's set to defend next turn. Alright, now we need to defend because it's 5 times 2 damage. So we'll up our resolve, get 8 defense, sneakily get another 4, and we'll let him waste his attack and energy there. Still hurt us a little bit because he's got the extra resolve. This is the one time where having 2 sets of extra energy is annoying, but fine, it's not a big problem. We don't really need to use defend. Now we will do this turn. We're going to need everything that we've got. And I think the best way to do it is with defend and brace. Nice. And you see how powerful the burn is here? Because it's slowly whittling him down. Hey Roxette, hey Devon on Twitch and on YouTube. Thanks for tuning in. Get yourselves over to the Discord and join the voice chat, and you'll be included for the random giveaway as well. So yeah, this turn it's going to be easy to take him out. Just hit 2 attacks, and nice, we got through him. No probs. But now we're definitely going to need to head to one of the wells. We don't need any more energy. Deal 6 damage lower at the beginning of your turn. Gain 1 resolve and 1 fortitude. That's very good. Deal 6 damage, lower it by 1 each time, but it costs 0. I'm going to take Prey. I like the idea of extra fortitude. Okay, so we'll head to the Spirit Well. And we have a tricky decision here. We could upgrade a card, but I kind of want to get my health points back to full. So I'm going to rest. Nice. Oh, we have a chance encounter next, and these can be good or bad or a bit of both. So let's see what we get. Okay, we got a merchant. That's not bad. He's got a card that I really like to use in my build. Gain 1 regeneration, and it's already been upgraded so that it has 0 cost. I think that's probably a bug that it's so cheap. It probably shouldn't be that cheap. It's very powerful. So I'm going to have that. Alright, now we have a real tactical decision on our hand. Do we want to go to another merchant and upgrade a card, or fight and have to keep fighting? Now, if both paths have negatives, both paths have positives. I think we're going to go for the merchant and see what we get. Okay, it was the same merchant as the last one. I think that is a bug. Because it, I think the chance encounter isn't supposed to be this guy. So, I will still use that to my advantage. Gain 9 defense X times. That could be a lifesaver. I'm going to buy that card. Alright, now we're broke. But that gold doesn't really mean much. It only persists for 1 run. So don't worry about spending it all. And we're back into combat. Now, these guys are a little trickier. Sometimes they do like double moves. So he's buffing and debuffing himself. He's attacking and debuffing. So I definitely am going to use gain 9 versus... I just need a little bit. This is probably the way to go for now. Gain 8. Gain 13 so that we don't take any damage, and then start hitting the weakest one. Yep. This enemy is hiding and waiting to strike. I don't think I've seen that yet. Alright, so invoke blessing, gain 1 health every turn for no cost. You can see why I think that's slightly overpowered. At the beginning of your turn... Okay, so we'll use... Oh, we don't need it. At the beginning of your next turn, gain... Yeah, I mean, we'll use that one for sure. We don't need any extra energy because they've filled our hand with stun cards. Very annoying debuff. But luckily we didn't take too much damage from it, and we start to heal every turn now. So now that we have all our buffs up, we're getting pretty strong. It's needed to keep up with the pace of the difficulty level. So if you have a bad run, you can start to get out of sync. But I obviously played this a few times before we went live, just so that I had a good idea of what we're doing. Right, I'm going to add Torch to the back guy. But they are going to attack me for a lot of damage this turn. So I'm going to gain extra energy. Use Brace to gain 8 defense and 1 extra resolve. And just keep hitting this guy down and gain an extra 4 shield. That's basically the best thing we could have done. There's a pretty good hand, actually. Sometimes you get bad luck with what hand you get at what time. Like, again, we're double stunned, which is never fun. But we should be able to kill this back guy, and he's not doing a lot of damage. So we'll just chuck up some defense and end turn. I'm looking forward to when they add the sound effects for the enemies, because at the moment you only really have your guys' sound effects, but like some death effects, some horrible sounds and sword sounds and etc. is going to make it feel a little bit more alive. But it's pretty good, and the tactical depth is there. I really do quite enjoy it. So we've gained some extra energy. We're going to start attacking and applying burn. He's going to debuff us next turn, so there's no real need to defend, but we might as well. There's sometimes you want to add a card to your discard pile so that you're more likely to get attack cards. So like if you really want to attack next turn and you have a defense card, it's worth using it. If you really need to defend next turn, you definitely don't want to. I think it just... Okay, that's good. So, he's not going to attack next turn, but I don't really have a lot to do damage with. So I will up my resolve and fortitude and brace and get even more fortitude and end turn. This bird has a weird moveset. I don't really know what it's trying to do. It never attacks, but it just slowly makes me lose my shield. Okay, I mean, it's a pretty reasonable thing. Alright, we're just going to finish him off then. There's no point hanging around. Cool. We got through that stage nice and easy. And we're going to now start having to be much more careful in... what does that potion do? Add 1 random attack card to your hand. It costs 0 this turn. Now when you're picking cards, you really have to think about what you've already picked. And how to make it synergistic with what you're next going to pick. Hey Expo Rog, in the chat man, welcome to the stream over on YouTube. I've typed the Discord in. If you come over and watch it in the voice channel of the Discord, you will be eligible for the giveaway. Knights of the Aether giving away 1 NFT to 1 lucky viewer. It will be done on a random draw basis, I think. Right, so now we have to choose a card, and this is where I would very much like to go back and see all of my cards, and you can up at the top. You can click View Deck, and this is really handy because now you don't have to just remember what you picked. You have a good idea. So we're looking for some kind of more damage cards. Remove all defense isn't bad, but we probably could do with this now that we're starting to see multiple enemies in one match. So we'll take the slash. Deal 6 damage to all enemies. Alrighty, we got another combat where we don't really have a choice where we're going, but that's fine. And we could do with a heal pretty soon. We're down at 52. It's not too bad, but it definitely means we have to be a little bit more careful. And I am going to use this potion early. Nice. It's given me the 1 card which gives me extra defense, which I need right now. We'll use that for extra energy. We'll defend. We'll pray. We'll quick adapt so that we've got as much shield as possible. And then we'll torch. And we're still going to take a bit of damage. 22. We're going to take, yeah, about 5 damage. But it's not so bad. Alright, we definitely probably... okay. They're not going to attack next turn. So I'm going to use heal and charge. And they're going to do quite a lot of damage this turn. So I need to be using all of my energy on blocking. Even with all of that, they're still going to get through for 1 damage. Not so bad though, because I heal for 1 damage every turn. And now we can ignore the front guy and focus on the back guy. Alright. Front guy's down from the burn. And he's got 13 health, so 13 shield. So it might not really be worth attacking him this turn. It's probably much more worth healing. Oh, I've only got attack moves, so I got no real choice. We're just going to try and smash through it. Alright, we will get him just about. Deal 6 damage to all enemies. Phew! Now we could really do with finding another well, so that we can heal up again. Oh, a healing potion's nice. That's a good reward. We'll take it. Okay, now this is where gain 2 energy, but start next turn with 1 less. Not worth it, in my opinion. There's an equivalent card that's just better. Removal defense is good, but I don't really use it. I'm going to stick with my burn theme for this run and get extra burn and try and whittle them down that way. That's an elite battle. If you see the swords with blood on them down there, you don't want to do those unless you're forced to, which we will be forced to on this row here. So I advise skipping that one. It would be nice to get some good treasure before we fight, so we're going that way. Oh, it's big treasure. And it's the bird cage, which is every 4th attack deals 4 extra damage. It's pretty random, but it's not a bad one. And, alright. We're about to go into the elite battle with less health than I would like usually. But we can heal up for 20% when we need to. So he's going to do 15 damage straight away. And so we're going to be cheeky and use 1 card to stop getting hurt. Alright. Now we definitely want to use regen as quickly as possible. We don't really need any extra energy this turn, so it's not that helpful to use it up. Apply 1 burn and double burn on all enemies. Yeah, we'll just slowly start whittling him down. He's going to summon a monster, but it is best advised to just completely ignore it. Deal 5 damage, apply 2 burn. The problem is my health, but we'll still do it. Yeah, and then we'll brace, which will stop most of the damage, but he's still going to hit us for a good bit. Owie. But getting those early burns in are very useful. On this turn, he's not going to attack, so we'll just do as much damage as we can, as quickly as we can. And this is the turn where we very much need to consider using the healing potion. Good stuff. We will use extra energy. We'll set him fire to him a little bit more. We'll get as much block as we can, but it's not very much this turn. And we'll just have to use the cards that are dealt to us to do damage. That's not ideal, but it just goes that way. He's going to do 11 damage. That's pretty big, but we've stacked a lot of fire on him now. So we might get to the well just before he kills us. So let's stack up our healing some more. Attack him. Pray. He's not going to attack next turn, so I won't waste my defense. It's going to be close. I really need to... he's gonna hit me for 15. We'll definitely give ourselves more energy. Attack. And I'll mute Ronnie. Sorry, Ronnie. Welcome to the stream. Alright, we just about got through him. That was crazy. He took us pretty low. I'm going to need to find a health spring now. 28 gold. At the start of combat, gain 5 defense. That's not bad. Add a card to your deck. Deal damage equal to your defense for 1. That's pretty good. Deal 6 damage. If your last 2 cards played were attacked, stun your enemy. That's very useful. It costs 2, but we have... Yeah, I'm going to take it. I haven't used this card yet, so I can't really explain its true value, but we'll see. Nice. We've got a spirit well, so we can rest. We only gain 24 HP, so we're still pretty low. This is going to be a tough run. Alright, we definitely want to avoid the elite combat by going to the merchant. That's an easy decision. Does heal 7 hit points for 52 gold. What are the cards? Gain 6 defense for each enemy. Reduce damage by 50%. Or gain more healing. Yeah, you see why I think that's a bug? Because the one that costs 1 energy is 46, but the one that costs 0 energy, which is upgraded, only costs 27. I don't think that's right. I won't complain. I'm gonna buy the health because we're that drastically low. That's the play right here. It's not ideal, but it's We need it. Oh, it won't let me drink it. Oh, that's really bad. Oh no. Okay, we definitely want to go the treasure path. That's a big treasure chest. Alright, goblet. On pickup, raise maximum hit points by 15. Wow, we now have 95 health, but we don't have very much of it. That was not as helpful as I'd hoped. Still good. And we have a decision to go to an encounter or go to the treasure, which gives us less fighting to have to do. But then we have to fight an elite versus... That's tricky. I'm gonna make the decision to go to the encounter. Because I've got no money for the merchant anyway. So, yeah. Alright. I've already got a bird cage, man. I don't need a bird cage. Go away. Yeah, thanks, dude. But I've got a bird cage. I don't need one. Alright. Now, we really want to be very cautious in where we pick. Probably going to go... Okay, it doesn't really matter. It's just luck of which one's going to be worse. So I'm going to go inland. That's not ideal. 26 damage turn 1. Okay. We can use Knight's Resolve to get through that. And we're going to need this potion. So let's hope it works. Good. Alright. We're not going to take any damage turn 1. Good. It's still going to be a hard battle though. So invoke Blessing. Get some health. They're going to do 10 damage next turn. Alright, I have drawn a very bad hand. I'm going to apply burn to this guy. And we're going to take 10 damage here because we didn't get any shield. Alright. First to move for extra energy. Quick to adapt for 12 shield. We're probably going to die this turn. It's been a good run. Got a bit unlucky. I might do another one though, so stick around if you have enjoyed it. Deal 2 damage versus more energy. I mean, neither of these help me very much. I'm probably going to die here. 20... not this turn, maybe, but definitely the next one. Yo, down to 7 health. 8 health. 16 damage coming my way next turn. I can block it, but that I can't actually do any attacks back. I'll try. It's a bit risky to do that on such low health, but... down on 3 health. Oh, there's no way I'm going to survive this. It would be an absolute miracle. I need, like, perfect hands. No, there it went. I died. I'm not sure what killed me, but I died. Alright, let's do another run. That's pretty fun. It's about 40 minutes that took. That's pretty insane. I didn't realise. Alright, you got to relog back in. And from what I remember, what I had to do last time, I've got to disconnect the account. And then reconnect it. Next, connect. Sign. Oh, it didn't work this time. Worked last time. Disconnect. Connect. Next, connect. Sign. There we go. Brings back the play button up here. Not sure why that happens. Just happens. They'll have it fixed soon. Alright, let's start expedition number 2. I'm going to pick the one that I beat the boss with. We froze. Oh, that's weird. I'll see if I can click back. There we go. Alright, I'll log out and log back in. This happened to me earlier as well. It's alright, that's why I tested it so much. Because it's very new, so little things, little bugs like this are to be expected. And there's always a way around it. Ah! It's not working this time. My fix has broken. Alright, connect. Next, connect. Sign. Confirm. Ah! Alright, I'll get this sorted. And if we can't get it sorted on this next little try here, I will... Oh yeah, I'll do it this way. I'll log back out. Log in. Log in. Sign. Ah, it's really not liking it. I'm going to have to hard refresh, which completely messes with stuff. So that might end up being just the one run for tonight, guys, but we'll stream some more of it another time. Yeah, I can't make it play ball at the moment, and if I refresh it, which does work, but watch how long it takes to load. We will be here a while if we want to do this way. So what I'll do, guys, is I'll take a screenshot of everyone that came to watch today, and you guys will be added into a random draw for someone who's going to get one of the NFTs to be able to play this game. It's pretty fun. It's very early, so little teething issues like you just saw can happen. Hey, John's now TTV. Yeah, it is a Web3 game, man. It's you need an NFT to play it at the moment, but it's gonna be free to play in the future. And at the moment, you can only play it on PC. But again, in the future, they're gonna have a mobile version. And yeah, it's pretty fun. If you've ever played Slay the Spire or Faster Than Light, I know that's a little bit different, but very similar in its roguelite mechanics, where you're picking the next section of the map, you're picking the next sector to go to. So some good strategy, some good tactics there. I probably can't talk and keep you all entertained for as long as it takes for this for it to load once it's refreshed, but we'll see if I can manage it. But yeah, it's definitely a fun game. I've had about 6 run-throughs now. I've beat the boss twice, but most of the time you get wrecked, like you saw in that one. Like, it's got that element of solitaire or patience to it, where you cannot actually be sure of your decisions. Like, you're always gonna get out at some point, but you have to keep playing to finally do it. And some combinations will mess you up. Some pathways will mess you up, but yeah, it's one of those things that happen. Okay, one of the bosses, one of the mods, said that yeah, there's connection issues right now, so we'll have to try it again another time, guys. But appreciated for coming over, and I'll get the list of all of you that came and watched over to the Knights of the Ether, guys. Crazy timing though. Hey Alshi, bad timing, man. There's some connection issues for the game, so we did one run, but you probably missed it. But it will be up on the YouTube and the Twitch and the Facebook, so I'll see if it loads back up. I don't mind waiting, but it could be a while. In fact, for the guys over on the Twitch, I won't make you watch the loading screen. I would love to know where their servers actually are, because it could just be a geographical issue for this. Because once the game loads for me, it's fine, but the actual loading time is like old school loading times. Very back in the day, you would see loading times like this. So yeah, I think it's probably a server issue. I don't think it's a mechanical issue per se. Cool. Well, I'll leave it loading and we'll be back in a couple of minutes. I'll do another run once it does eventually get there. It is doing its thing. It's just taking its time. We're getting there, but it's taking forever. Funny. Well, I'll watch back the video that I have been making right now, the live, just to check that I have been making. Yeah, so there are some tiny little bugs, like I'm watching back the replay, and that 27 gold, I guess I'll try and find if there's a bug report on the server. If not, I'll just let the founders know. But there's a couple of things in there that are definitely underpriced in the shop. Like the leveled up version of the card costs less than the not leveled up version. That can't be right. But yeah, mostly it's really fun. Like, it's challenging. You will lose on runs. You will eventually beat the boss, and when you do, it feels great. That's why I'm trying to get it loaded up for a second run, because it is good when you do get there. It's a good feeling of accomplishment. It's pretty hard though. When I beat the boss the 2 times, I had like 2 health left. So even when you do get to the end, it's pretty close. They've balanced it very well. Any minute now, I feel like it's just gonna zoom up and be done. But I guess it really is a connection issue, because it's never taken this long. Oh well. I got time. I'm chilled. Yeah, and like the 4 paths that you saw at the start of the game, there's 4 houses, and picking a different house gives you access to very slightly different cards. Now, I've not played the game enough on all 4 branches to know how different, but the 2 I've played were quite different. One of them was far more large attacks, high mana cost, and the one that I just played and you just saw was far more defensive, low cost healing, low cost energy. Now, it's good to have different playstyles. Obviously, when they add another character, that's going to make it even different still. So, in Slay the Spire, there's the Guardian who has a sword and very aggro-based playstyle. And then there's some kind of Sentinel character that has a self-heal defense playstyle. And I believe they even added in a mage, but I need to check that. I haven't played in a couple of years for Slay the Spire, but I think they also added a mage. So that would kind of make sense for this game as well. I haven't asked the developers if that's the plan. I know they for sure plan to make more games after this as well, and use the same knights as the assets for those games as well. So yeah, good stuff all round. Hopefully it loads pretty soon. But even if it doesn't, it's fine. I'm just slowly, can I? Yeah, I can. Cool. We can watch back the run we just did whilst we wait for the other one to load. Today, I'll mute it so it's not too weird, but it's basically a reaction video of me reacting to myself now. But yeah, I mean, like the early rounds, very easy, nothing to really comment on here. By the time you've got to this stage, it does start to get a little bit harder, but it ramps up pretty neatly, pretty nicely, so it's not too the early stages, I would say one thing to the developers that they need to take note of. I'll find the map here. Yeah, this is actually a good shot of it from right here. Because early on, there aren't enough encounters and chests. It's good by the time you get to stage 7, but it would be nice to see 1 or 2 more treasures and stuff a bit earlier on in the map. Because if I go back to, let me find it, here, yeah, you can see it's pretty much all just combat, and it is from the start till about the 7th one. And I would say they might want to add just 1 or 2 more encounters early on, and maybe make the path through them. Like, I think it might be randomly generated. I need to speak to them, but there probably should just be more options, because I often get stuck on a path where I only have one place to go. But that can all be worked out. It's just a pathing thing. But yeah, it's good stuff. Let's see how far we've got. A little way to go. Alright, well, this is definitely the other thing I wanted to talk about in the shop, is the blessings card. That card there is underpriced, I think by half. And then later on, we go to the shop again, and there's an even crazier example of it. Let me see if I can find it, because it was right next to its parent, like its brother card, but it didn't. It was definitely the wrong price. Here we go. Yeah, that can't be right. 46 for the 1 mana cost, 27 for the 0 mana cost. Little things, very small things, can be ironed out very easily. But yeah, those are the things I'm noticing so far in terms of feedback. But in terms of good stuff, there's a lot of it. I would like a more dynamic world map. So some movement. Maybe something is like, you could have it so that each step that you advance, something is chasing you, and like a sense of danger without any real sense of without any real danger, but just something visual to simulate the fact that you've moved on and that there's some reason and danger in not doing so. But yeah, little things like that would be good to add. Maybe some movement. Just, the static map is a bit jarring, because then when you look at the UI for the card game, it's really nice, because this part here is really modern, perfect, and then you go back to the map and it's just a little bit not as good as the game UI, the battle UI. So that's just the small feedback for things they could improve. But in terms of good things, very tactical, pretty challenging. You're gonna lose before you win, and that's all that kind of fun stuff in a card game that you want to see. Still loading a little bit. It's gonna be ages. It's taken, I don't know how long. I haven't timed it, but I'll be able to see on the Twitch stream at some point how long. I'll check the chat over there. I bet everyone's most people have tuned out, but there's some people still watching on YouTube and on Twitch. Thanks for staying tuned in, guys. Just looking back at the run we did, and analysing the good and the bad. Obviously, I died. I didn't get the whole way, which is a shame. But we had a good run. We had a good go. We got pretty far. It's one of those things where the RNG will hurt you. I feel like we didn't get enough strong attack cards. So by this point, we were trying to defend when you really need to be taking them out. And it was a good run. I learnt some more from it. Looking forward to a second run in a moment. But I'll pull back and take a little look at the cards that we picked along the way. I feel like it was one of the mistakes I made in this run was to pick the second lot of energy. We probably had enough energy, and I picked another one here, and I probably didn't need it. I probably should have gone for dodge the next attack. Then I would have probably had a chance to jammy my way out of that encounter that we died on. But it is what it is. You live and you learn. It's actually nice to record the run and go back and look at where you think you could have improved. So, yeah, I picked a prey here because we didn't need more energy. I could have taken the extra damage for 0 cost, but that wouldn't have swung it in our favour very much. I probably didn't need to buy 2 of those regenerations, but they're a very good card. That's not what lost us the match. Probably really is the picking of the extra energy. That did not help us. There were more hands where it hurt than it helped. So that's kind of the stuff you want to look at when you're assessing your run and how you did. We're pretty close to loading up on a second run now, which is good, because I don't have much more to say about my first run. Obviously, we tried to do the burn tactic, but we only got 2 burn cards. So you can try and go too niche. If you try and go too niche, like just pure burn, and then you don't get the cards that you need, your run is far more ruined than if you pick like a generic, safer build. So yeah, don't necessarily start by trying to do a burn build. It's good if you get all the right cards. It's not good if you get just 1 or 2. So yeah, that was another reason that it kind of came undone at the end. We had a mix of not great attacks and not enough burn. But we did well. We did okay. I'm looking forward to another go. And here it is. It's ready at last. So I'll close that YouTube video. And let's get started on it. Alright, cool. Sign. Play. Nice. The play button came back. Start expedition. Everything worked like a charm. That's good stuff. Okay. I'm going to pick a different house. I've never picked the House of Rune. So we're going to go with the House of Rune. Obviously, having never picked them before, it's a risk. But I just want to see and showcase all the different cards. Let's start in the middle, because the side pathway didn't give us as much opportunity in the last game, I would say. And straight off the bat, they're going to do 10 damage, so defend, defend, and we'll attack the one that's going to die the quickest. So we took no damage, and they're both going to defend this turn, which is great. I'll use that one to kill him for 4. And I'll deal 5 damage. End turn. We don't really need to brace or defend. Now this turn he is going to do 5 damage. But he's not, because we're going to kill him first. So we do counter. Attack. Attack. Good. Stage 1, always very easy. Never really worry about stage 1. Nice, we got an early healing potion. That's a big help. Yeah, I don't need to really tell you why. I'm still going to pick our... Oh, this is such a good card, Flurry. I still like having energy early, but this time we're going to learn, and we're not going to pick 2 of them. Alright, we still only have 1 path from here, but it's fine because next turn we're going to have at least 2, and that's going to give us a choice. Yeah, so this is a better map. This is what I was talking about earlier. I think it is random because on this one there's a lot more interesting stuff to look at early on. So, okay, good stuff. Good to see. We'll go on to our next battle, and we'll probably head to the well first. Alright, they're going to do 10 damage straight off the bat. I will attack the weakest one. Get myself 4 shield. And I will brace, because it should defend me from all damage, but then also help me finish the fight quicker. So that's good. That's a bad hand. I don't really need to defend this turn, so that's a really annoying hand. There's not much I can do about that. Okay, we will take out the first guy and then block the damage that's coming in. Pretty straightforward hand. Pretty simple choice early on. And on this turn, if we get lucky, we should be able to kill him. We didn't quite get the right cards for it, but doesn't really matter. We'll just set up for extra resolve. And all we need to do is make sure that we have 5 blocked, because he's going to do 5 damage. And this is kind of a waste because he had shield, but it's not too much of a waste. Still hurt him a little bit. And then easy finish him off without taking any damage. So you can see that the first few rounds really are a cakewalk. It's like, yeah, as simple as can be. You'll get the hang of it pretty simply. Right, we've got enough energy. We want Flurry now. That's great. That's the card that I didn't pick last time. It does 6 damage for every energy that you have. And so combined with the energy card, it's really strong. So we want to head towards the well first, because I want to upgrade one of my cards. Alright, we will use first move to be able to use all of our cards. We'll still take 1 damage, but 1 damage is not very bad. And we'll be able to do 10 damage. Alrighty. Flurry finishes him off, and that's why it's such a nice card. You can just end fights really quickly with that. No messing about. 20 gold. Add a card to your deck. On a roll. Now you can see what I meant about slightly different cards. For this deck, it seems that it has more high damage cards than the last house that I started with. I'm definitely going to take this card. If you kill the target, gain an extra 2 energy. You can see how this whole deck is very much about high damage, high energy. So, yeah, it's a good one. I don't mind this tactic. Right, we have 3 choices. 2 of them... 2 of them are not good. 1 of them is good. And it's this one here, because it leads to the treasure. If you pick this one, you get trapped into the elite combat. So it's always worth looking a little further ahead. Sometimes you want to look even further ahead, but you can divert your path by that point. So, yeah, we want to go to the Spirit Well and upgrade a card. And we specifically want to upgrade gain 2 energy so that it now has no cost. So we get 2 energy for 0 cost. It's an absolutely ridiculously powerful card. Then we want to head over to the treasure, and we've avoided all of those early elite combats now. Sometimes it's worth doing the elite combats because you get good treasure. That is another tactic. Oh, I didn't read the pipe. All burn effects apply +1 burn. Now sometimes you don't want to fall into the trap of building around that. It is a good effect, but if you don't have burn cards, don't start just picking them for no reason. That's not good enough reason to sort of change up your deck modifier. If you get another one, maybe consider it. But yeah, we don't really want to go for burn this time. It didn't play out well last time. Let's jump into next combat, stage 6. Okay, 11 damage coming straight off the bat. So we will do 10 defense and 5 attack. Hey Devon man, if you can, get over into the Discord, Knights of the Aether's Discord, and you'll be considered for the giveaway. We're going to do a random draw from everyone that is in the voice channel. I'm already in there, sir. Oh, fair enough. Now you are. Okay, so you can see here, gain 2 energy. 0 cost. Perfect. Although, we didn't... That's an interesting one. I didn't really need it this turn. I see you, my dude. You'll be considered as well. Let me get a new screenshot of that so that I have everyone that is in here and that has been in here. I'll save that. Good stuff. Good stuff. Right, I'm going to use the flurry to kill the main bird. Oh, random. It's a random enemy. Alright, I'll use flurry to kill one of them. I don't really care which one of them. That's fine. And, why am I still attacking? I don't know where that came from. I'll take it. Not bad. I'm watching on Twitch. I know, man. It's just part of their giveaway terms is to be in the Discord channel. So it's good to make sure that you came in. You've done that now. That's all good. You can go back and watch on Twitch if you really desire. So, deal 4 damage, gain 4 defense. That's all I need for this turn because you can see he doesn't really do a lot of damage. So then we'll do the attack over the top, end turn. We're not going to lose any health there. I'm going to drink this potion because I didn't notice how much damage I had taken up until this point. And then I'm going to finish him off with a flurry. Nice and straightforward. 16 gold, a damage potion, add a card to the deck. Now, this purple card, play your next card twice. The power of that, with all the energy we have, is absolutely ridiculous. Oh yeah, John's now TV. I get you. So it was 6 random attacks. That actually makes sense. That's why I attacked the other bird 2 more times. I got you. Good shout. Alright, we're in one more spot. We can't have any other selection, but that's fine. We'll pick it. We'll get on with it. So that is an okay starting hand. It's not terrible. It means that I can kill one of the pixies. So I'll do that. End turn. Yeah, good spot. Actually, John's now. Makes sense. So, this is where we're going to just absolutely go a bit ham. We get extra energy for nothing. We're going to do 10 damage to this bad boy. And then we're going to throw out the flurry. Which means we're going to take a bit of damage this turn. But that's fine. We can handle 10 damage. We do now have to start thinking about our defenses, so we'll put up 10 defense. We'll still take a bit of over damage because of his resolve, but that's fine. It's not a lot. And we've slowly whittled him down pretty far. He's going to defend next turn, so we'll just make sure to use all attack moves. End turn. We need to put up some defenses this turn, and we should have enough to. That's good. We will still take a little... Oh no, because of the counter, we shouldn't take any damage. We might still take 1. Yeah, okay. So be it. Flurry kills him. That's what I've been waiting for. Alright, not bad. We still have a decent amount of health left after that. Inflict 2 burn. But then with that card, it's free burn. You see how the game's leading me into the trap of wanting to do burn? Deal 4 damage twice, draw 1 card. That is super good. We'll have that. Because of our excess energy, it's a very handy thing to have. Alright, I'm going to let the chat decide. Encounter or merchant? We have quite a bit of gold, but I'll let you first one to type in the chat where you want to go. Alright, I'll pick the sensible one. Merchant it is. Okay, so bulk up, gain 2 resolve. Turtle. Add, for 27, 0 cost. I swear that's also unreasonably cheap. Double your defense at the end of this turn for 0 cost. Yeah, and we'll have 2 resolve as well. We want to remove a card, upgrade a card. Remove a card, upgrade a card. There's a card that I really hate when I draw it. It's very useless. Find weakness. Remove. Alright. That's good. That's good. That's actually something they had in Slay the Spire as well. However, I've fallen into the trap of having to do an elite fight. More fool me, I guess. We'll have to... I'm probably going to get smashed in this line. This is a bad path. Oh well. It is what it is. Okay, 15 damage on turn 1. The most I can get is 10. Maybe not. It's not ideal. Alright, it is what it is. We're gonna take 5 damage. Oh, okay, unknown. That's never great either. We will brace. Counter. Deal 11 damage is pretty good right now. I need to chop him down. But then if he attacks for a load, I'll risk it. Let's play risky. Oh, okay. Ignore these. I know that seems odd, but they die when the main one dies, so... Okay, we're going to have to do 10 defense and attack and lose another 5 health. This is going to be really tight, whether we get past this elite boss or not. Alright, we need the extra energy. We will counter. We don't need a lot of shield this turn. But we are gonna be fine, actually. I think he's gonna summon another creature. No? Oh, 12, 19 damage. Okay, luckily we have turtle, so we've kind of been saved here. Because we can go defend 16, 32. Oh, well, we got an extra one, so 26. Fair enough. Good stuff. No damage taken. Now, so far, every time I've used Flurry, it's hit the back character. So I don't want to try that this time. I'm going to attack. Titan Grit. Attack. Alright. He sacrificed that creature so that he has spikes. So now every time I attack him, I take 2 damage extra. That's never fun. But I think we've got him this very turn. Boom. Alright, that's not so bad. I expected to get a little bit more hurt than that in that matchup, so that's good. Alright, what does the goblet do? Oh yeah, and 15 extra health. Nice, nice. Alright, we've got both of those cards, so we'll take the dodge. I've not used dodge very much. Hey, the slicer. Welcome, man. I gotta keep taking new screenshots every time someone joins so that I've got the list of people who came in here, but I got it. Done. Right, let's move on to the next round. Alright, we're about at half health, but we do have a healing potion, so I might as well drink that now. Oh, it didn't give me any hit points. I hope that's a bug. No! Oh, that's horrible. I will drink that in the match next time. Lesson learned. Lesson learned. Alright. We need to put up some... Dodge the next attack next turn. Alright, this is pretty cool.